We were pretty famous back in high school.
Trust us. Had a whole future ahead of us, but now we suck.
All that potential now is flowing in the aqueducts.
Through the sands of time, many did forget.
But now our time has come to resurrect. But a podcast?
Sad I know, but can you blame us?
We are desperate to be much more than high school famous.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, it all
Everything.
gets lost and we have to record again.
Is that the worst?
We both die.
Mid-recording.
Yes.
And it never gets stopped.
Yeah, and there's no
And then
one
we
to
waste
stop it.
all of our hours.
That's the worst part of the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Is no one else would be able to utilize the hours we had left to post something for us. Because I imagine they wouldn't want to post I guess you'd want to post our final moments.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Up until
I'd
our
wanna
death
hear
throes.
that.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't. I'm not big on that.
You're not big on hearing people die?
No.
Hmm.
Whenever there's some kind of murder show and they show like security footage or something where like the last time this person was seen, I'm like, man, that's the last time that person was alive. Like moments later they were dead. I don't want to think about it.
What if it was a happy moment?
I don't care.
Oh.
Someone else decided that person shouldn't be alive anymore. So it doesn't matter if they're the last time they were, just because they were seen on camera happy doesn't mean their last moments were happy. I'm not saying this person got murdered on camera.
Right.
So that's that.
Well, speaking of murder, happy Easter.
Yes. Today's Easter Sunday.
Yep.
Happy Easter.
For
everyone.
us.
Yeah.
Hope everyone had a happy Easter.
A belated happy Easter.
If you choose to celebrate Easter.
Listeners. And if you don't, I hope you had a miserable
celebrate.
Easter. So on that note, welcome to High School Famous, the podcast that makes everything but your face blush.
Ooh.
I'm Sean. I'm one of the guys on this show.
I'm Matt. I don't know if I've had a full body non-face blush before.
Well, are you ever checking for that?
I guess not.
Yeah, you. It's very possible you've had it and not known it.
I mean, I'm so transparent normally as far as skin, not just like brain-wise.
I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Yeah, no, like I can usually notice if there's any change in skin pigment.
Well, but the thing is, most of the day, I would imagine you're walking around with clothes on, and so you would notice a change in pigmentation in your exposed skin, like on the face and hands.
Just the eyes.
But you could
Just
be
the eyes
walking
are
around. So, yeah, that's even more possible then.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, right now I've got a t-shirt and pants on. I could be walking around. My face could not be blushing at all, and the rest of me could be blushing, and I wouldn't even be aware of it.
I mean, I don't even know if you actually have pants on. I am assuming.
You do not know that.
Yeah.
That's something you do not know.
Yeah, like right now I am full on Donald Ducking it. Just a shirt. And bare ass on a I think vinyl seat.
I think Donald Ducking it is kind of out of style. I prefer the Winnie the Pooh look.
I mean, they're both fairly old characters.
Quite.
I'm sure there's newer examples we could use.
Of bottomless cartoon characters?
They're not bottomless. They're just not wearing clothes on their bottoms. I guess it's technically bottomless.
Yep, that's what you call it.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. I don't think I've actually picked a dad joke yet because they're all so horrible.
Well, Sean, I mean, it's Easter, so it seems only fitting that you read whatever the Easter joke is.
All right, fair enough.
I'm assuming that there would be an Easter centric joke for today.
It does feature rabbits.
There you go.
Yep.
Nothing's more classic than rabbits on Easter.
Right? Jesus returned after 3 days or whatever the heck that story is, and now a bunny brings us a basket full of candy and hides painted eggs. So the joke for Easter Sunday, I always wondered how rabbits styled their fur. They probably use hairspray.
Nice.
Hair in this instance spelled Hare.
Right.
To signify that it is for rabbit kind.
Right. It's very similar to the to a joke about how bees style their hair
With a buzz cut?
with a honeycomb.
Oh.
Buzz cut's also great. That's more so what style of hair do they? Oh, you actually have see, it's what kind of hair what kind of haircut does it
That was this Tuesday.
That was April 4th joke. All right.
Yeah. What kind of haircut does a bee get? A buzz cut. So it's funny that you randomly brought that up. I had a very similar joke in my calendar this week.
Well, there you go. Great minds think alike, and so do ours.
Similar minds.
Mine and the
alike.
calendars. Yeah.
Your mind and the calendar's mind.
I think most minds are similar as far as just, shape, texture, size.
Then would they all be considered great?
They'd all be considered gray.
Correct, but that's not what I asked.
Mm-hmm. They could all be considered great.
So when someone says great minds think alike, there's no significance to that statement.
No.
Because if all minds are great and all minds are similar, they all think alike.
All think alike. Yeah.
So there's nothing special about you, sir, good sir, making such a statement.
No. I mean, I think technically all minds probably do think alike, because I believe they would all have to, they all kind of fire the same way.
But what if some people think outside the box, and most people think inside the box. Those two things are not alike.
It just all depends on, your preference of being inside or outside.
You mean like just if you prefer to be indoors?
Yeah, it could have to do with like what's the weather like. If it's a bad weather day, I'm thinking inside the box.
I see. And if you're someone that likes to, go hiking or camping or fishing or biking or boating or sailing or parasailing or rocketing or roller skating or rollerblading or healing or soaping or running or jogging or cross-country skiing or downhill skiing, snowboarding.
Right.
Running track, play basketball, play pickleball, play tennis, play golf, play disc golf. If you like to just catch some rays, if you like to go swimming, if you like to look at the clouds and pick out shapes that you see, if you just like to sit in the park and people watch, if you like to go on a playground, if you like to slide down slides, if you like to, go on a swing, if you like to climb trees, if you're someone who likes to dig holes, if you're someone who likes to just roll down a hill playfully, if you like to pick flowers, if you like to have picnics, then you would be someone who would think outside the box, typically.
Yeah. But if you didn't like any of those things,
then you would maybe think inside the box.
Possibly.
If you like
or
to
if you're like agoraphobic.
Sure. Or if you like to sit and watch TV, or you like to just sleep, or you just like to make yourself a sandwich, or you like to just get some spring cleaning done, or if you like to order in, have people over. If you just like to stare up at a hopeless ceiling. If you're someone who likes to be in close quarters. If you're someone, I don't know what you keep showing me. I don't know what you're saying.
I just keep I'm giving you more ideas as you're going.
Okay. Oh, okay. If you like to do puzzles, if you like to play board games, if you like to play video games, if you like to, if you're someone who'd rather, ride on an exercise bike versus a traditional bike. If you just hate being outside.
Yeah, then maybe you're more of somebody who thinks inside the box.
Yeah. But some people like to do a combination of things.
Yeah. Like I said, it might depend on the weather. Like a person who enjoys both, if it's a nice day out, they're going to probably go think outside the box and do things like mowing the lawn or
mowing the
swimming in a pool, outdoor pool.
Well, I already said swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you just like to garden, or if you just like to count the rain.
What?
I'm running out of outside.
I gave you one that you never used.
I didn't even know what you were doing.
I wrote kite.
Oh, I didn't see. I couldn't even see it. I couldn't even see it. Yeah, you like
I think
to fly
it was
a
backwards.
Kite. I don't think so. I think I looked at the wrong part of the paper or something.
Oh,
yeah. So if you're one of those people, then Happy Easter.
What?
So yeah, if you're someone who just doesn't like outside, weather has no factor in your activities. You're just gonna stay inside no matter what.
Totally. Just now remembered why the hell we were talking about that at all.
I don't remember at all. If you're an archaeologist, or if you're
great minds think alike.
Great minds do think alike.
That's where it all came from.
And that brings us to our next topic of the podcast. I hope. What do you got?
Does it? Oh, not much. Shit. Would you want to hear? You want to hear a story called the evil Easter bunny that I found?
Yeah, of course
short,
I do.
It's short and awful.
Well, stretch it out. Let's add some fat to it.
Well, we can do plenty more after this.
Okay.
So this story I just randomly found.
So the evil Easter bunny.
It's called the evil Easter bunny. It's okay. I'm just now reading that it was written by a fourth grader, which kind of now makes more sense.
You should have waited to reveal that, maybe. Or you could have lied and said it was written as a thesis for something.
I could have, but I didn't. Do you want me to cut that out? All right, this is the evil Easter bunny.
I want you to copy it and paste it into multiple areas of the show.
Okay, fourth grader. One very cold winter's day, there was a cottage. In the cottage lived a girl and her mother. The girl's name was Annie. Annie always wanted a bunny.
Of course.
The next day, it was night, and school was off.
Oh,
that
right.
sentence again?
Yes.
Yippee, shouted Annie happily. Every child was outside. Annie went downstairs, all rugged up in a coat, scarf, and mittens, and went outside to play. Suddenly, the bush moved, and it moved again.
Oh.
Annie went to investigate. She put her hand in the bush and pulled out a white bunny. Then she took the bunny home and to the vet.
Oh.
When Annie got home, she noticed the bunny was gone.
Oh.
Probably left it at the vet.
Left it at the vet?
No, she yelled, and strutted looking for the bunny.
Oh.
Meanwhile, the little bunny was making trouble.
Where do I strat?
It was the day before Easter, and the bunny was making lots of gas eggs. On the eggs, it said, "Warning, these eggs make you fart." Ha, 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 said the bunny evilly. That night, the bunny gave out the Easter eggs. The first house he went to was Annie's house. Annie was awake, thinking about the bunny, until she heard a noise, and she went downstairs and she saw the bunny. She gave no notice of the eggs and picked up the bunny and named it Snowy. She read the warning and threw out the eggs. "I love you, my naughty little bunny," said Annie.
Oh, why is the bunny naughty? I mean, it warned.
He was making gas eggs.
Yeah, but it also warned them about the eggs. So it was
it's kind of ineffective if you place down a package somewhere and it has "This is a bomb" written on it. You know?
Be careful, I put some poison in your drink. Watch out. There's a trap outside your room.
That smoke means it's on fire.
Yes. You'll likely get caught in a net that I placed there. Happy Easter. I'm a bunny. This is what sounds do bunnies make?
That was accurate.
Buck, 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 according to the Cadbury commercials.
Cream egg.
You know what I noticed?
Or whatever.
I've been watching some things here and there. I have not noticed any Easter-centric advertisements like the classic Cadbury cream egg commercials from days of yore.
Just a lot of tax commercials.
Yes, lots of tax commercials telling me to use, I think it's TurboTax,
TurboTax is a big one.
So I can not do my taxes.
Because they'll do them for you.
That's the hook. That's the clever campaign.
Just like, bringing your taxes anywhere, they'll do them for you.
Exactly. But they're the only ones saying it.
Right. It's very bold of them. They're the ones out there making the claims.
So I have completed my taxes for this year. Where are you on yours?
I'm going to do mine next week.
Ooh, they're due soon.
They're due on the 18th.
Oh, I thought it was the 15th for some reason.
Usually is the 15th. I looked up the date to make sure.
Good.
Because I realized I hadn't done them yet. And I'm like, oh, I need to get those done.
Yes, I did them. I went about to look up a free service. And so I paid $0 for my taxes to be completed.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Yep, where in previous years, I was paying for it like a sucker. Like a big lollipop.
I just always do them online.
Filled with gum or chocolate.
I usually just use Tax Slayer.
That's what I used this year, and it was free.
Oh, really? It's not free for me.
It was free for me. Even state return was free for me.
It's because you were a new user or what?
No, I went on the government's website, IRS .gov, and you can look up a slew of free tax services, and they will tell you if the state return is also free or not. And so I just chose tax layer because it said federal and state were both free for e-filing, as long as it's a simple return. And I was on my way.
I'll have to look into that, why they're charging me.
Yeah, you look into that, because you might be able to get it for free. Or you could find some
I have
other
to pay in this year.
See, I was afraid of that because I did last year, but not this time. Got myself a tasty refund.
Yeah, no, I definitely have to pay in this year. I already know that.
Gross.
Yup.
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing here. You correct me if I'm wrong, but you did not partake in any Easter-centric festivities, did you?
Sort of, kind of. So last night we went and hung out with some family friends.
Coated some eggs, did you?
No, we didn't participate in Easter-centric activities there, but there were Easter decorations and there were already colored eggs and things there. But it was like a, Holy Saturday gathering, as it were. And we just went and hung out and had dinner and played some games.
You didn't catch my innuendo there, did you?
No. Nope. Whatever it was, I didn't.
You coated some eggs?
Oh. No.
Very good.
Did you coat your eggs?
Nope.
That you had for breakfast this morning?
Nope.
In anything?
Nope. I put cheese in them.
In them?
In them.
Or on them?
In them.
Oh. So you coated them ahead of time?
If that's coating
prior
them.
It's more like cooking.
It's more like you coat the cheese with egg because there's way more egg than there is cheese.
If you're doing it that way, it just depends on. You can always do more cheese than egg if you want. That's up to you.
But then it's more like the egg would just get soaked up into the cheese, and then I don't know what's going to happen.
You're having eggy cheese instead of cheesy eggs.
I did do something different though. As riveting as this is, I put the pepper in as I mixed the eggs before I cooked them this time.
Oh.
And let me tell you, no noticeable difference.
Yeah, probably not. I just always do it. I've always just put it in ahead of time because it's just, I don't know, easier. Just a step. It's mixed in with the eggs as opposed to just on top. Why do you keep doing that? Keep making the light come in and out of focus.
Yeah, Freddie back there, he's coming in and out of focus when I move my hand over there.
It worked better when your hand was closer to the camera.
I know. You can tell. So what I'm getting at is this blur effect behind me is software, not hardware. It's not an actual lens effect. It's software. It's all trickery.
It's
all computer magic. In fact, I can.
It's phone magic.
In fact, I can undo the blur. Ooh. I can undo this lighting effect. Look at that. How different is that, listeners?
In fact, I can even, I don't know, shut off the camera altogether.
Matt's gone, but I still hear him. Oh, he's back. This may be one of our more dramatic episodes.
Yeah. Oh, visually, yes.
Yes. Well, also
this is a visual episode.
My reaction, my audible reaction was a bit dramatic as well. So,
and you've been working on your reactions lately.
Sort of.
Just a whole bunch of them.
Sort of, not a lot. Oh, you know what? Hey, by the way, everyone, we should probably reveal, in case you didn't catch on, there is no such thing as true crime reactions. Was an
Jesus.
That was a big old April Fool's ruse.
Yeah, did we not talk about that last episode at all?
No.
Oh, because I remember we talked to Matt about it, but that must have been before or after we recorded.
Yeah, I don't think that was brought up on the actual show.
He had brought it up to us, saying he enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. I got a text from Leo's mom asking what's true crime reactions, and I think
at least fooled one person.
I think that she only saw the the social post of the thumbnail that I made.
Right.
So I don't think she didn't listen to the
actual thing,
which would have kind of explained. It probably made it easier to catch on that it was not real. But
yeah.
So sorry for those who may have been looking forward to a second show from us. You're limited to just this.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really get a lot of emails saying, "Hey, why didn't the new podcast post on Thursday, like it said it was going to. So either way, if we fooled you, joke's on you. If you caught on, joke's on us.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Eggs. Yeah. Eggs.
Sean, would you like to know 11 facts about Easter? These may or may not be interesting at all.
Just 11?
That's on this website. Yeah.
Yeah, let's kick it off. How about let's start with number 6?
Oh, okay. You're going to keep track of which ones we've done then?
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
You say a number and I'll read that one then. So,
you didn't have to write that.
6. Yeah, why'd you write it so big? It's big enough you can put all the other numbers inside of it.
I only need room. Well, if those numbers like to be inside the box, but some of the numbers they'd like to be outside. And it's a nice day today.
So I fact made it number. What?
I was just gonna say I only made it that big because I only need to have room for 11 of them.
Right, but you don't want to go like birthday poster and just put a big old B on there and then find out you ran out of room because you got too overexcited to start with. I mean, there's still 10 more numbers to write. If you're writing a big birthday sign,
yes,
and you make a big old B because you think you got plenty of room, by the time you get to the day, you're like making little skinny letters because there's no space for it.
Birthday is this a common thing? Birthday poster?
Yeah, making like a happy birthday poster,
like a banner,
like a party.
You mean like a banner?
Yeah, like a banner or a poster or whatever.
A poster? Who makes No one makes a birthday poster. It's a banner,
dude. People make birthday posters.
No, they don't.
Guaranteed.
Okay. Hey, everyone.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Egg dyes were once made out of natural items such as onion peels, tree bark, flower petals, and juices.
Juices.
Just, yeah.
In general. Juices.
Just, juices.
Tree bark, huh?
Like beaver juices or
deer juices.
Garbage juices. Human juices.
Sour juices?
Moose juice.
Mm-hmm. What kind of color would you? Brown, I imagine. But what color are you shooting for?
What juices
with tree bark? No, tree bark.
I don't know. There's different colored trees out there.
White, brown.
Yeah.
Is that
at least?
Is there much beyond that? Well, what color? What color is the trunk for a palm tree? It's a lighter color, right?
It's like a light brown. So yeah, you got light brown, dark brown, white.
Let's discuss various tree shades.
Of red.
Hints of red. The redwoods. Yeah, but is that the wood or the bark?
I think the bark has a reddish tint as well.
What about the Nigerian blue tree?
Well, that hasn't been invented yet.
Which is why it was never used for egg dyes.
Mm-hmm. Because they were made out of. They're not anymore.
Right. What were the other ones besides that and moose juice?
Onion peels.
I say.
Yeah. There's yellow onions, red onions, white onions.
Really?
At least those ones.
Green onions. Why are those in the onion family?
I mean, those are green onions just less ripened onions?
Well, they're long.
Oh,
stalks.
yeah. Those green onions. Yeah, they're
because
the little thing on the end of it's kind of like onion-like, and it's got an onion-esque flavor.
But isn't that not the part you eat, though?
You eat the stalk mostly, but you can eat the white and the stalk. You can eat all of it. Depends on what you're using it for, really.
I think we need to Pluto this thing. I think that we need to consider the green onion as some other type of a plant.
We could do that. There's something else that's similar to it that I can't think of now.
Celery.
No, there's something that's that is just like a green onion, and I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm drawing a complete and utter blank, but I buy them often. Then there's shallots also, which are very onion-like, but they're shallots.
So why can't a green onion
flavor?
Do you think a green onion is really some type of a shallot, a member of the shallot family?
Well, a shallot is very onion in size, but it's a little bit more oval shaped.
So it's nothing like a green onion.
No, green onion's kind of in its own class.
Yeah, I say it's not an onion.
Well, I mean, you can say that all you want.
I am. I only said it once, and that's all I want to say it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean anything for you to say it.
It means something to me.
Exactly. It doesn't mean anything.
What's fact number 9?
9. Easter takes place on a Sunday after the 40-day period called Lent. Lent is referred to as a time of fasting, but participants focus more on giving up one significant indulgence.
Yeah, we all knew that, right? I knew that. You knew that?
It's mostly meat. People usually give up meat for Lent.
Yeah.
Is what's typical. These are facts, but they're not necessarily like unknown facts. They're just
rare,
facts.
Right.
Yeah, they're
obscure.
These don't expect to be blown away by any of these facts. These are just like things that are ingrained in probably everybody.
But be pleasantly surprised should you be blown away.
Yes, please.
All right, let's go to number 3.
Number 3, Americans spend $1.9 billion on Easter candy. That's the second biggest candy holiday after
Halloween.
Correct. I was hoping you were just going to come up with some weird
Bathtub Party Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fill those bathtubs with candy.
Exactly. I was just going to say that's what I do for Bathtub Party Day. Fill the bathtubs with gummies, gummy bears, like, gummy worms, gummy sharks,
like THC gummies.
No.
I always bring, every time I have a bathtub party day, I always bring a bathtub piñata filled with candy as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's clever. Is it just a white piñata to mimic?
It's like, in the shape of a bathtub, like an old style clawfoot bathtub.
But is it multicolored like a lot of piñatas are?
Well, so it's mostly kind of white on the outside, or kind of an offish white color, depending. More of an ivory, maybe.
Cream.
But the top of it has like more of a blue color on it to, signify the like water in a bathtub.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you fill it with candy in where the plug would be normally, or the drain.
Right. The drain plug.
Yep. Drain plug.
So you fill it from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yep.
Then you hook it up to a drain pipe piñata.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that
also filled with candy.
Yep. And that runs under the street, right?
Under the street piñata. Yep.
Yes. And then that goes down into the septic system of the city piñata.
The whole party's a giant piñata.
I love it. I've never been invited.
Piñataception. Well, I mean, to get invited to my bathtub party day party, I mean, it's
what is it?
Exclusive. It's pretty exclusive. It's invite only, and
it's just you, isn't it?
It's
just you.
Nobody's ever wanted to come.
If it's invite only, why am I not someone that gets an invite?
I don't get to pick who's invited.
If we are nothing,
I have a team of people. We are nothing. Are we nothing?
If we are nothing, we are still podcast co-hosts, if anything. Yeah. Nothing more.
We are podcast co-hosts that don't podcast within any good distance of each other. We're very separated over vast distance.
So
like you're saying, if we're nothing, we're still co-hosts of this podcast, but we're very far separated. So just because we're co-hosts of a podcast doesn't mean we have to invite each other to things.
Travel could be arranged. What do you mean you don't?
It's the only way to do it.
What do you mean you don't control who gets invited? This is your bathtub party day party, yes?
Yeah. But I have people that do all that for me.
Are they invited?
If they choose to invite themselves, yes.
But you can't control that. Have they ever invited themselves?
I don't control that. I don't really pay attention who's all there all the time. I'm usually very involved with building elaborate piñatas that I just
infrastructure piñatas. So
yeah, it's tough. Like I'm building them, like as they're getting destroyed, I'm having to like build, like get the next one out and ready so it keeps going down the line of this whole thing.
So you've never noticed that anyone who handles the invites to your bathtub party day party has ever attended a bathtub party day party. You're that oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah. Like if you were there, I wouldn't even have known it. So the fact that you said that you haven't been to it, that blew my mind. Go back and listen to how blown my mind was earlier.
I'm checking. No evidence.
Yeah.
So, but why would your mind be blown if you have no control over who gets invited? Why would you have any reaction to someone either being invited or not being invited?
Oh, I mean, there's certain people I would assume would be invited.
But that would suggest that you have some amount of input or influence
no, it just means
over
I
the
assume,
invites.
I just assume that since it's my party, my people would invite people I know.
Right.
I have yet to actually see anybody I know at one of my parties.
Is it really their party? Like the people that do the invites? Is it kind of like their party?
I'm starting to feel like it might be.
It might be their party.
I feel like I mainly just build pinatas, make a lot of pinatas, and don't really get to enjoy them.
Do they pay you to build the pinatas? The people who do the invites?
No, they might.
And so if you're going around thinking it's your party, you're not going to expect an invite, and so you don't get an invite ever to this party. Yet you always show up. You always show up to maintain and manage the pinatas.
Yeah. Now that I think of it, I'm always working.
Yeah.
At the parties.
I think you're being hired to build and manage pinatas for someone else's bathtub party day party. And right now you're either fully aware of that and you're trying to pass this off to me as though you have these parties to make you sound less sad than you are, or you've been living in a delusional state thinking that these are your parties. All right. Timestamp mind blown at 39:47. What's fact number 2?
Eggs have been seen as an ancient symbol of fertility, while springtime is considered to bring new life and rebirth. Yeah, so yeah.
Eggs have been
I think it's funny, an ancient symbol of fertility. It's like eggs are exactly that. That's like what eggs are.
Yeah, life comes from eggs.
Yeah, they are the symbol of fertility.
Eggs are thought of as the modern source of fertility, a modern symbol.
Oh yeah, I mean before this modern era,
it was the green onion.
What eggs are such a
blish flop, blish blish blash. That's what I say to that. Blish blash. Well, we've learned a lot about eggs.
This is a very egg heavy episode.
Yeah, we did. We learned about the naughty bunny and his egg message.
His gas eggs
warning. His gas egg warnings.
That will make you fart. Ha 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 ha.
Evil bunny. Hey, what's fact number 7?
Fact number 7. There's much debate about the practice of dyeing chicks. Many hatcheries no longer participate. But others say that
I've got no longer support. This chair gives me no longer support.
That it isn't dangerous to the chicks' health because the dye only lasts until the chicks shed their fluff and grow their feathers.
Now, if the dyes are sourced from natural materials such as tree bark and juices,
flower petals, onion peels, and
juices, I would imagine
duck
juices. I imagine there'd be no goose and moose juice. I imagine there'd be no...
Did you drink your goose and moose juice? Don't forget.
Now let's cut loose. So if those are the sources of said dyes back in the day, I would imagine there'd be no health risks to applying these to
they're natural
feathers of a chick.
These are natural dyes.
Okay, fact. Oh, so that's no longer, it's sort of frowned upon nowadays.
Oh, no, I mean it says a lot of hatcheries no longer participate, or however I said it. Participate.
Longar.
No longer participate. But others that say it's not dangerous, so some of them still do.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Awesome. All right, let's do fact number 1.
Oh, be ready to be blown.
Wait a minute. Which part?
Yep. No,
ready to
Easter.
Be blown. What?
Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ in the Christian religion.
Oh, none of the others? None of the wrong ones?
None of the other non-Christian religions celebrate the resurrection of Jesus.
Do they at least acknowledge it? I mean, don't be rude, other religions.
Do they acknowledge Jesus or the resurrection?
The resurrection.
I would say a lot of them probably don't.
What about the rushed erection?
The rust direction?
The rushed
erection?
Erection of Jesus. Who recognizes that?
We gotta get this. We need to get this man.
we need to get this out now.
Very quickly. We needed him hard 2 days ago.
The women are fleeing. The bunnies are hopping away.
Yeah. These eggs need to be fertilized.
The ancient symbol of life and fertility.
Delicious. Fertilized eggs.
Let's go to number 11.
I'm not going to eat these eggs. They're not fertilized.
Yeah.
The White House Easter egg roll event has been celebrated by the President of the United States and their families since 1878.
The United States and their families?
No, President of the United States and their families.
Got it.
It's been practiced by all United States and their families.
They did what now? What they do?
It's the White House Easter egg roll. I think they roll Easter eggs.
Man, they really know how to whoop it up over at the White House, don't they?
Well, you know.
Let's see. I gotta find.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta find space to write the next fact number.
I figured you went a little too crazy over there.
Let's go to number 4.
Number 4, 70% of Easter candy purchased is chocolate.
I'm surprised. Well, I think the only non-chocolate thing that's most common is probably jelly beans. And then the second common are probably like Peeps.
Peeps are awful.
I'm not surprised by this fact.
No, not at all.
It's chocolate.
I'm maybe more surprised that it's only 70%.
Yeah, you got chocolate bunnies. You got Reese's eggs. You got Dove. You got Snickers. You got
You're just
Mars
naming
bars.
Other types of
Milky Way. You got Reese's Pieces, which aren't chocolate. You got Hershey's. You got Milky Way Midnight. You got Toblerone. You got.
Are you just naming all the different types of chocolate?
Kit Kat. You got Big Kit Kat.
We could be here all day. We don't have enough of an episode for this.
You got Fast Break. You got Baby Ruth. There's no chocolate in that. You've got. There's
chocolate on the outside of a Baby Ruth.
That's right. I haven't had a Baby Ruth. You know what? I think I was thinking of a salted nut roll for some reason.
You know what? I think I was thinking of
a bowl of soup.
A turkey sandwich.
A turkey sandwich. The Easter turkey sandwich. Anyway, those are all chocolates you can buy for Easter.
To name a few.
Right. Let's do fact number 5.
Number 5, 76% of Americans think the ears of a chocolate bunny should be the first to be eaten.
They're the easiest part to eat.
I mean, it's all easy to eat.
Well, you get to the point where if you're on the... Well, I guess it depends on how big the chocolate bunny is that you're eating. I'm picturing the one that I used to get when I was a kid that's about, 8 inches, 10 inches tall, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the ears are the easiest part to actually just bite the whole part of the ear off.
Right.
Otherwise, you're taking a bite into a big round chunk of chocolate. It's like eating a big chocolate patty that's just too big.
Well, much like everything in life, I always go ass first.
So you put the ears in the ass?
I eat ass first.
Bunny ass?
Any ass.
Does it have to be chocolate?
No. Doesn't have to be. It helps. It makes it easier.
You know what else makes it easier? Juices.
Let's
do juices. If my calculations are correct, we should have about 2 facts left. We should have fact number 8 and fact number 10.
Uh-huh.
And let's do fact number 8.
Okay. The first story of a rabbit, parentheses, later named the Easter Bunny, end parentheses, hiding eggs in a garden was published in 1680.
So this doesn't date back to the days of Jesus?
Not the bunny.
So, okay, does it explain...
The Easter Bunny is thought to be kind of came out of more of pagan traditions than Christian traditions.
How dare you, sir?
Much like most Christian holidays.
How dare you make such an outlandish claim, moose and goose juice.
Bruce's mooses and gooses juice.
Bruce's mooses and gooses juice.
Bruce's mooses and goose juice.
Send around the mooses and gooses juices. Anywho, all right, let's jump to the final fact, which is fact number 10. And then later on, you'll tell me that you actually just read these in order because you could have done that the whole time.
I could have, but I was being honorable, and I was reading them in the order you chose.
Wow.
Chose.
Foolish.
Number 10.
Juices.
Holy Week is the celebrated during the week leading up to Easter.
Must mean celebration.
Yeah, probably. It begins on Palm Sunday, continues on to Monday. What the fuck? Continues on to
It goes
Monday,
on to
Thursday.
What?
Okay. It begins. Let's try this again.
Yeah, start over.
It begins on Palm Sunday.
6. Oh.
Begins on Palm Sunday.
Right.
Continues on to Maundy, Thursday.
Maundy. Gotcha.
Maundy, Thursday.
It could still be pronounced Monday, maybe.
Yeah, Maundy, Thursday, Good Friday, and then finally Easter Sunday.
So it goes Sunday to Sunday.
It goes Sunday. Yeah, it's a week plus a day.
Well, I'd say, yeah. Well, I mean, thank goodness for my intuition to save 10 for last.
Yeah, that was the juiciest of all.
What a banger. What a banger of a fact. What a juicy.
Of all the juices.
This would be the palm juice and the Maundy juice. And the
Maundy, Thursday.
The good the
most confusing of all holidays.
What year is Monday, Thursday?
What day is Thursday?
What day is Monday, Thursday on this year? It's Thursday, you idiot. Is it?
Is it on Monday?
Thursday? Let's split the difference. Let's make it Tuesday, Wednesday.
I thought it literally. See, when I started reading it, I got ahead of myself, so I thought it said like Monday, Tuesday. I thought it was literally going to say starts on Palm Sunday, continues on to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Good Friday. I was like,
it ends on
like,
Sunday.
What a stupid fact.
Right. Did you know that particular week goes from Sunday all the way to Sunday?
Yeah,
different from every other week.
Yeah, it has to fall. It always. You can only do it every 4 years because it has to fall on a leap year.
It does.
So there's that extra day that you can count.
Fall on a leap year.
Mm-hmm. It has to fall on a leap year.
Right. So what if it lands safely? What if it refuses? What if it doesn't fall?
It won't. It always will fall butter side down. Have you not noticed?
I don't pay attention to my parties. I don't pay attention to what side things fall at my basketball parties.
It's because you don't get invited to a lot of parties.
I've never been invited to
earlier.
Did we?
Yeah. You don't get invited to. Yeah.
Just quote unquote your parties.
Yeah,
which
I'm there. It's
just
my party.
Be hired to
if I'm there, it's mine.
Have you been to my circus clown party? It's great.
Yeah, it's inside a big tent.
I show up as a circus clown and I dance and juggle for all the other people that are there, but it's my party. And then they love it so much they always pay me at the end. Usually the people whose house the party's at.
Do we want to keep going on this Easter theme, Sean? So I got more.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I mean, it's only Easter. Easter comes but once a year.
This is true. I have the world's 10 craziest Easter traditions. There's 10 of these.
Okay.
What order would you like to go in?
I think just to not overload people with crazy.
Okay.
Because the list itself, no. The things on the list are already crazy. Let's not make the order crazy. Let's
okay. So 10 through 1. Go backwards.
If 1 is the best,
start from 1. I haven't read these ahead of time, so I don't know. So we'll go traditional
1 to 10,
1 through 1 to 10.
I think if it was a countdown, it would list them in reverse order. So if it puts 1 first,
yeah, it did put 1 first.
So
number 1 is the Easter bilby of Australia. In an attempt to raise awareness about the dwindling bilby population, confectioners in Australia have taken to making chocolate likenesses of this small rabbit-sized marsupial. Aussies can scoff at will, knowing that every bite they take is helping to save an endangered species by eating its chocolate version.
Are they saying that the chocolate versions are just replacing the actual animal as a meal?
No, I think I don't know how it's helping save.
Yeah,
because it's raising awareness. Since it's raising awareness, raising awareness of something does not actually help it in any way. Like
it's like, I've never heard of this bilby
more
creature.
Aware of it.
I've never heard of this bilby creature, and now I have, and I'd like to taste it. So I think by making more people aware of the bilby as an animal, you're actually endangering their lives even further.
Right.
They're like, I would love to eat myself a good old bilby on Easter Sunday.
You're gonna eat a bilby on Easter Sunday? We could try to order some. I'm sure they'll have some leftovers.
if they're endangered, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to hunt them.
Well, not an actual one, a chocolate one.
Oh, that's not fun.
We order some chocolate ones.
That'd be a good idea. I was talking about the real animal, but fine.
It doesn't say it's endangered. It just says it's dwindling population. The population is dwindling. It's not endangered at the moment.
Okay, so the bilby is featured on Australia's dwindling species list.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Number 2, the world's biggest Easter omelet in France. On Easter Monday, the residents of Hoax usually crack more than 4,500 eggs into a gigantic pan to create a massive Easter omelet that serves over 1,000 people. Each family breaks the eggs in their homes in the morning, and they gather in the main square where the eggs are cooked for lunch and dinner and breakfast the next morning. So this is different than a different fact that I had read on this same kind of thing, where it was actually a completely different town in France. And it was over 15,000 eggs for over 10,000 people.
So I have a hard time believing anything that comes out of a place called Hoax.
Yeah.
Right.
Moving on.
And I don't want to eat anywhere that serves 1,000 people.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm not a cannibal.
Time to splash out Hungary. In Hungary, women dress up in traditional clothes on Easter Sunday and get splashed with water, or sometimes even have a bucket of water chucked over them.
I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah. In historic times, the water was considered a way to keep healthy and fertile. Now it's just a fun tradition. Uncomfortable? Yes, but it certainly beats getting the Czechs' Easter tradition. Keep reading to find out.
Dare I?
It was in suspense here.
They did.
Holy shit.
We need to keep these women healthy and eggy.
Like, it's just, to me, this just seems like an excuse of like, oh, it's a fun tradition, right? But really, they're just like, I've been wanting to douse this woman in water all year because she has not been doing what she's supposed to be doing around the house. This is Hungary I'm talking about, not this is how Hungarians
think.
Do we have listeners in Hungary? Moving on.
I don't know. We could check. Let's check later on off mic.
Check later on. The Witches of Easterwick in Finland. Halloween comes early to Finland as children dress up as witches and wander the streets with broomsticks on a hunt for treats. The tradition is said to have come from the belief that witches would fly to Germany and cavort with Satan. Bonfires are meant to scare them away. Apparently, that's an Easter tradition.
I think they are confused.
Possibly.
Do me a favor. Look up Czech Halloween traditions.
Why?
And see if they're any bit Easter-like.
Well, I mean, there's supposed to be one down. I'm supposed to wait because there's going to be one that comes up.
Wait, where's this one?
This last one was Finland.
Finland. Why did I say Czech?
Yeah.
Anyway, check
the Czech thing from before.
Yes. So let's check. Let's look up Finland's Halloween traditions and see if any of them resemble that of
Easter. Mm. Tobacco trees in Papua New Guinea. Chocolate isn't much use in the steamy jungles of Papua New Guinea, so Easter trees are part of their celebrations instead. But instead of sweet treats or colorful decorations, people dress up their trees with tobacco and cigarettes and use them as places of worship leading up to Easter. In churches, small trees are decorated with sticks of tobacco and cigarettes too. These are handed out after the Easter service to all the children.
Yeah.
Added that last part.
Seems a little trashy.
Crucifixion and flagellation.
Flagellation?
In the Philippines? Well, this letter, I think the font is really weird, so the FL are connected. Flagellation. Flagellation.
Oh, who knows?
Well, we're about to find out. In the Philippines, some devout Catholics have taken to the practice of self-crucifixion and flagellation on Easter.
Flagellation? I don't know.
Flagellation? I don't know. Their thinking is that it helps purify them and cleanse them of the sins of the world. The Roman Catholic Church is not keen on the idea and has been actively trying to discourage this practice without much success.
It's too popular.
Apparently. The Easter Bunny sees red in Greece.
Murder.
Easter is known around the world for multicolored decorated eggs, but in Greece you will find only red eggs. Red is the color of life, you see, as well as representation of the blood of Christ. Yeah, bloody eggs. Great. That's what we all want.
Yes.
From ancient times, the egg has been a symbol of the renewal of life. Some might say fertility.
Yes.
And the message of the red eggs is victory over death. Got it?
See? Victory over death, you see? That's a bizarre one.
Hold on.
Some might say it's crazy.
There is... Oh, hold on. I got all the way down... Oh, never mind. I missed one. I was going to say, I got all the way down to the bottom, and there is not a one... There's not one from Czech, but there is. All right. Criminal intent in Norway. Easter time is crime time in Norway. Television channels run crime shows, and a slew of new detective novels are commissioned to come out just before Easter. People across the country escape into their mountain cabins and spend the weekend with the whodunit television shows or books. Even the milk cartons carry short detective stories on their side during the season. The phenomenon was triggered by the immense popularity of the crime novel in 1923, set in the Belgian railway or in the Bergen Railway.
That's a bizarre.
That is a weird tradition
thing to look forward to.
Yeah, like you can read crime novels any time of the year, and
these are the only time. This is the time of year when all the new crime novels come out, and
yeah, I guess the new ones. Then
you do not want to be the one person at the water cooler come Monday that has not read the latest crime novel.
They have water coolers in Norway?
Maybe they have water warmers. What are you talking about?
I was just joking. Just pretending like nobody has things we have. The Great Easter Bunny Hunt in New Zealand.
Do they have running water in Norway?
Well, the picture literally has a creek or river in it that I see.
Well, that's yeah.
Anyway. The Great Easter Bunny Hunt in New Zealand. While the rest of the world hunts for Easter eggs hidden around the house, the good folks of Otago grab their guns for the annual Great Easter Bunny Hunt. The idea is to rid farmlands of invasive pests, with over 500 hunters vying for the coveted trophy and the 3,500 New Zealand dollars prize, whatever their thing is. With over 10,000,
NZD.
Well, it has a dollar symbol in front of an N and Z. So New Zealand, 3,500 New Zealand money, whatever it is.
Typewriter.com.
I don't know if that's supposed to be 3,500, like our currency, whatever that is to them, or it's 3,500 of their currency.
It says $, like it's saying
NZ. Yeah, but I'm saying you know what I mean? Like
it would say USD if it was our money.
I know, but do you understand what I was trying to say?
Yes.
Like it's 3,500 to us, whatever it is to it could be like 4,000 to them or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Is the
I don't know the currency exchange.
Is the currency listed in USD or the way it's labeled?
It's both.
It's
got a dollar sign, which is the American symbol, and then it says NZ behind it.
Yeah, but can other countries not use the dollar sign?
I don't know if other countries do use the dollar sign. That's the thing. I don't know who all uses it. With over 10,000 rabbits meeting their maker each year, the Easter Bunny sensibly gives this corner of New Zealand a miss. It's like the exact opposite of the traditional American Easter. We murder bunnies.
Well,
all right.
It's because bunnies don't lay eggs.
Well, yeah.
Which means they have nothing to live for.
Okay, so number 10, we are in the Czech.
This is the read ahead for the crazy thing.
Yeah, this is like, well, you'll see. Whip cracking in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. If you're a woman, you're safe because women don't exist. If you're a woman and you find yourself in the Czech Republic or Slovakia on Easter Monday, it is perhaps best to stay indoors and think
inside the box. Yeah.
Local men and boys roam the streets with gaily decorated willow switches, usually adorned with ribbon, looking for girls to lightly whip. The whipping is not intended to be painful, but instead is meant to encourage good health and beauty.
What is?
You may feel otherwise, and the tradition is seen as quite controversial now.
I would imagine.
I imagine it was quite controversial
At
most
the time,
always.
What does that have to do with health and fertility or whatever it was?
It's health and beauty.
Health and beauty, right. Fertility they don't care about.
I think this is one we need to bring here to the States. We should just go around whipping women with lightly whipping women with switches.
Get over here, Alice. I'm going to whip
for your health and beauty.
I'm going to whip you pretty.
Yeah. Why'd you hit me so hard? You really need it.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Yeah.
When's the last time you got your hair did?
That's why I whipped you across the face. Trust me, it helped. So there you go. Those are 10 crazy Easter traditions.
Well, by gosh, it's a good thing they were read in order. I mean,
well, yeah, if we would have read those out of order, that could have gotten really weird.
Correct. I guess it only would have mattered if 10 was read before whichever one hinted toward number 10. Right. Otherwise, the rest doesn't matter.
I mean, I could have always just left that last part out of that one otherwise.
Matt, you look like you could use a good whipping.
Good beauty whip?
Good beauty whip.
Health and beauty? I could use some health whipping.
No, I'm not talking about that one. The beauty one is what I'm saying.
Well, it's the same. It's you can't give one without the other.
And you're not considered healthy
like
if
backhand, forehand. One does one does the other. It's if you're doing it for my good health and beauty.
Got it. Because you're in that country, you're not considered healthy if you're ugly.
Yes, in those countries.
Those particular, yes.
Yeah, Czech Republic and Slovakia are two different countries now. They used to be one.
That's why you read off two different ones.
Basic history. History 101.
I don't think that's in History 101.
It's probably in their History 101. It's not in our History 101. Yeah.
Yeah. I only go by
We're
American
Americans. We don't learn about other countries.
Of course not.
Yeah. We barely learn about our own.
Except now.
Doomed to repeat history.
So we're breaking the mold a little bit here by studying the Easter traditions around the world.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to help educate the country.
We're like frontier.
We're like really good people.
We're like yeah. We're
like
so noble.
Really good.
We're so noble, and we're doing good deeds, and we're exposing the world to these great cultures.
Mm-hmm.
And we're even though you're reading it from another source, we're the ones who are spreading the information.
Yeah, nobody else was going to look up whatever that website was that I found that on.
Yeah, nobody. And nobody else. Nobody. Who cares about who posted that information on that website? They're not doing anything to help the cause. It's just us.
No, they just put it there. They were making other people go and find it. We are distributing it to the masses.
Yeah, yeah. And so we're going to be sending it out in the form of a chain letter because we really want this to get to everybody. Mm-hmm. So we only know the addresses of so many people, right? We can't mail it out to everyone. So we're going to mail it out to the people we know, and we're just going to ask that they mail a copy of the letter to so many everyone there they know, and therefore it'll just continue to spread until everyone in the world has received this information. We need some kind of motivator. Like some people might just read the letter and toss it aside and not care about spreading the information. So maybe there has to be some kind of consequence in the letter listed where if you don't participate, you'll suffer some sort of strange consequence.
You will be beauty whipped.
You'll be beauty whipped, but not in the good way.
No. These are backhanded.
Ass first.
Yep. Chain letters are the pyramid scheme of the postal service, not the postal service, of stationery more so.
I suppose so.
It's you mail out one, and then it's like you mail it to everyone else, and then they have to mail it to everyone else. It's a fucking pyramid scheme.
It is, I guess.
But I never understood chain letters. Like, what was the end goal of a chain letter?
I don't know. I guess it's just chain letters were probably developed before there was TV and Atari. And people needed something to and Atari.
That's what I thought you said, but you kind of went weird for a second.
The cutting edge at home video game console unit.
Yeah. I had one.
So people needed something to do. This was like a healthy prank back in the day, sending a chain letter out.
Yeah.
Now, what the chain letter is doing, what a pyramid scheme is doing, is trying to promise that if you just find people to sort of work underneath you, and then they find people to work underneath them, it's promising financial stability and success.
Yeah,
whereas
it's
a
money
chain letter
trickle-up effect.
Right, which gravity dictates always works.
Yeah.
But a chain letter is like, you better do this, otherwise something bad's going to happen to you. It doesn't promise any bit of like financial. You're not going to come into a good
I didn't think
money.
so. I never really got hooked into or really like knew much about chain letters. I think they're pretty dead. I think they kind of came around again a little bit with email when email first started.
Yeah,
chain letters started kind of going around again, but it was always something awful would happen to you if you didn't.
What about those? There's another form of them on social media that probably seems to have died down, but it would be like, I dare you to repost this, or I bet you're afraid to repost this, or send this to all your friends if you feel loved or you want them to feel loved. There were similar things like that where they just try to get you to repost something that was already posted to a bunch of people.
Yeah. Because that's just, because then that gets like more clicks, and more clicks leads to bullshit internet popularity.
Right. I can never find the click.
You've never been in a click?
Never mind. Happy Easter.
I don't. Yeah. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Whatever. Bye.
Bye. Good buddy.
If you have a question, complaint, or threat for Sean or Matt, you can reach us on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at hsfamouspod, or you can email the show at highschoolfamous@gmail.com. No animals were pleasured during the making of this podcast, despite our best efforts. All hail our Lord and Savior.
You're not considered healthy if you're ugly.